Namaste. Thank you for joining me for class today. Today's class is a class of weaving some Ayurveda teachings and yoga into a spring flow detox. We live in nature and we should be ebbing and flowing with nature. The spring season is also the Kapha season, and Kapha is influenced by the earth and water energies. Kapha qualities consist of cold, wet, static, heavy, dull, and these become amplified during the spring, which gives rise to things like allergies, colds, coughs, and sinus issues. So as we move out of the stagnation of winter and into the spring season, some of the things you may want to avoid are cold, icy drinks, and move more toward the warming drinks, like herbal teas, things that have like dandelion, nettle, cumin, coriander. They're all great detoxifying herbal teas. As far as our foods go, you definitely want to avoid heavy fats and oils and things like dairy and wheat and the taste of sweet, sour, and salty. This brings aggravation to Kapha. What you want to do that will help you balance the Kapha is eat more foods that are pungent, bitter, and astringent, those type of tastes. And some of the spices that are great are turmeric, ginger, black pepper, cardamom, and cinnamon. All of these will strengthen your digestive system and also allow for detoxification. Getting out and moving your body with exercise is a great way to detoxify the body, especially when you're sweating. And all of this can be done through walking, your choice of activities, of course the practice of yoga, and anything that will help you get you moving and grooving this spring. So let's begin this practice of that spring flow detox on the mat. You'll need 2 blocks, you may need your strap, and you may need your blanket. Let's get started. We'll begin today in Balasana, child's pose. So if you'll come to your mat, open your knees wide, bring your 2 big toes to touch, release your seat towards your feet, and then slowly begin to extend the spine forward. Allow your forehead to release toward the earth. If you want a more relaxed child's pose, release your forearms and elbows down. Allow your body to surrender to the breath. So taking a moment just to tune in to the ebb and flow of the natural rhythm of your breath. And then slowly begin to deepen that inhalation for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do 2 more rounds at your pace. Returning back to the breath, taking a moment to pause, soften, and feel. On your next inhale, press into your hands, lift your forearms and elbows off the mat. Inhale, lengthen, stretch your head forward, and as you exhale, come up into tabletop.
So let's take a moment to set that foundation of the hands. Spread your fingers wide like the sun's rays and really root in. Thinking about this time of year as we move into this change, shifting from winter to spring, are you climbing to new heights or are you plummeting to new lows? So just taking a moment to think about what's happening in your life at this moment. And whatever's going on, if things are going great and you're climbing to those new heights, or if you're feeling like you're in a downward spiral, let this be a practice of shifting that energy to help you continue to sustain the energy that you need to climb to new heights and to create a wellspring of energy that you need to help you get you out of those lows. So let's take this time to set that intention and dedicate it to whatever part of your life that would be meaningful to. And as you ground down, allow your heart to soften into that intention. And then draw your tailbone towards your pubic bone. Feel the lengthening of your lower back, the lift of your lower belly as you root into that intention. As you feel the energy stabilizing you into the tabletop, on your next inhale, stretch your right arm and your left leg, coming into spinal balance. Find your focal point. Inhale. As you exhale, round elbow to knee, squeeze in toward the core of the body. Inhale, reach, expand. Excuse me. Exhale. Elbow to knee. Inhale, reach, stretch. Exhale, deepen, elbow to knee. On your next inhale, return back into your spinal balance. And as you exhale, back to tabletop. Reground and root into your intention. Find that stability. Inhale, left arm and right leg extend. Exhale, cat, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen, squeeze the midline. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, lengthen back into your spinal balance. And as you exhale, slowly release down. Moving up into opening through the upper thoracic spine, you're going to ground through your left hand, and on your inhale, you're going to float your right arm up. As you exhale, bend the left elbow, squeeze into the core as you reach through. Inhale, push to pull. Exhale, reach. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach. Slowly release the shoulder, the arm, and the head to the mat. Ground and deepen as you open through the heart center, peeling open the throat, the gaze upward toward the sky. Moving in, adding a little balance here. You're going to ground through the right side, extend through your left side. Coming into Vorpal sword pose. Hold and breathe. Take one more full deep inhale and exhale. Slowly release the knee back down. Inhale, push down into the left, pull up through the right. And exhale, return back to your tabletop position. Take a moment to adjust. And then anchoring through the right side of the body, inhale, open through the left. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach. Inhale, rise. And exhale, reach. Slowly release the left arm and shoulder. Press down, anchor in, and open and peel open the heart center. Feeling your right shoulder blade move in toward the spine, the left shoulder blades moving away from the spine. Once you feel that stability, stretch that right leg back and hold Vorpal sword. Breathe deeply into your body. On your next exhalation, releasing the right knee down. Inhale, root, rise up through the left. And as you exhale, return back into your tabletop position. From here, walk your knees back, tuck your toes under. Just reach your seat towards your feet. Allow the heart to soften. Lift those arm bones up, developing strong lines of energy. On your next inhale, push into your hands and your feet and come up into your downward dog. Take a moment here just to walk out your dog. Do what feels good to your body as you begin to move and deepen into those stretches through the backs of your hamstrings, the calves, and the Achilles tendon. On your next inhale, you're going to sweep your right leg upward toward the sky. As you exhale, draw the heel to the buttock. Inhale, begin to open up that right hip. Ground strongly, be committed into the foundation of the hands. The arm bones are lifting, and deepen those shoulders into your back body. Inhale, wrap back to your three-legged dog. Exhale, bring knee to nose. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step. Coming into that high lunge position. If you need your blocks to create a little bit of space, bring your blocks under your hands. Inhale, press through the back heel, draw the crown forward. As you exhale, begin to deepen into extension. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Pause here. Step that back foot in so you can anchor down through that left heel. Now find a balance here between both sides of the body. Draw the right hip back, draw the left hip forward, coming into Parivritta pyramid pose. Working on squaring those hips as best as you can toward the front of the mat here. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward. As you exhale, begin to deepen at your pace. If you need those blocks, bring those blocks under your hands. That'll give you a little more space to extend through the bones of the legs, allowing that heart to soften and stepping into the flow of your breath here. Take one more full deep inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly bend that right knee, lengthen the heart forward. And as you exhale, slowly extend back into that pyramid. You're going to plant your left hand down. If you need a block, bring a block under your left hand. Take your right thumb and draw that right hip back and stretch the spine forward. Inhale, lengthen any amount more. And as you exhale, begin to deepen into Parivritta Triangle. If you want to expand that line of energy, root through the left, extend up through that right side and open the body. Take one more full deep inhale and exhale and slowly release back down. Cast your gaze forward and slowly begin to shift your body forward, slowly lengthening through the back left leg as you extend through the crown. Hold here, moving into Parivritta Arta Chandrasana. Stay committed, and when you're ready, slowly bring the right hand to the hip. Start to open the body as you twist, squeezing the midline. Breathing deeply into the body. Take one more full deep inhale and exhale. And slowly release the right hand, release the left leg. Coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Take a moment to tune in, feeling the energy beginning to flow maybe a little bit faster as your heart rate increases. Starting to feel the breath maybe shift and just honoring that flow. On your next inhale, root down, rise all the way up. Join your palms together as you exhale, bring it into the heart center. Take a moment to feel the pulsation. Any shifts here, noticing and honoring that ebb and flow. Take one more full inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, rise up, stretch the arms, look up. Exhale, hinge, lead with your heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Bend the knees, step your left foot back to lunge, right foot goes to downward facing dog pose. Inhale, stretch that left leg upward toward the sky. As you exhale, draw the heel to the buttock. Now open up that left hip. Stay committed in keeping the lines of length and strength through the arms as you deepen the foundation. Keep grounding, but keep opening through that left hip. On your next inhale, wrap back to three-legged dog. As you exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Look between the hands, step into your power. Pause here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, begin to shift the hips back as you deepen into that hamstring stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend, keep the back leg strong, keep it lifted. Exhale, reach. Last one, inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Hold the pyramid, step that right foot in and really anchor strongly through the outer right heel, through the pinky toe side of your foot. And then take a moment, if you're having trouble squaring your hips, if you will bend your knees a little bit, that'll deconstruct that posture and allow you a little more mobility to wrap that left hip back and that right hip forward. And then slowly work on re-extending into pyramid. And then just little by little finding that softening, that flow of the breath with each exhalation, releasing you little by little. On your next inhale, come to half lift, lengthen. Exhale, hold. We're going to move into Revolve Triangle. Keep your right hand on a block or the mat inside the foot. Take your left thumb and tack that left hip back. If you feel like you're not stable enough, you can always step in a little bit to create more stability and grounding through that back heel. As you stretch your spine out of your pelvis, lengthen through the crown, and on your exhale, begin to deepen into that spinal twist. You're working on keeping the hips as square as you can and then revolving the rib cage, the chest, and the head. And then if you want to expand that line of energy, stretch that top arm up, open up, drinking in that nectar of life as we step into that deep flow of life. On your next exhale, revolve back to center. Slowly bend the knee, walk your hands forward, shift, lifting the back leg. Wrap that right hip in, lengthen the spine, pause. Bring your left hand to your hip, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, moving into that revolved half moon pose here. Continue to open the body. Feel that deep churning happening through all this twisting that we're doing, helping that digestive system, building that fire and heat. On your last exhale, slowly release the left hand down, right leg joins the left, and then surrender to Uttanasana, forward fold. Taking a couple of deep inhales and exhales here. Inhale, root down, rise all the way up. Join your palms together. As you exhale, release, close your eyes for a moment and just feel the energy. Feel the pulsation. Slowly release your hands, open your eyes, grab your block. We're going to bring the block right between the inner thighs here. And then ground through the four cornerstones of your feet, lift through the crown of your head, draw your shoulders, your angel wings deep into your back body here. On your inhale, stretch up. As you exhale, catch your right wrist and crescent over to that left side. If you want to add a little bit more to this, really stretch through both arms, especially the bottom arm, so you're not dumping it. See if you can extend it a little more. And then see if you can rotate the rib cage, the heart space, and the gaze more upward toward the sky. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, switch the wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it to the right. Keep expanding, opening through the body. And then if you want to add a little bit more, rotate and open through the ribs, the heart, the chest, the throat, the gaze. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, slowly release. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Wrap your elbows in. Use your knuckles and anchor your tailbone in. On your next inhale, start to open the heart just a little bit more, giving you a nice stretch through the front body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, stretch the arm bones now. Keep lengthening as you open. Can try to lift them, but if it starts to drop your your heads of your arm bones forward, slowly release those back. Excuse me, I must have a frog in my throat today. Start to open a little bit more. That mucus is coming out. That's a good thing. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch your arms up. As you exhale, move to Uttanasana, chair pose. You can drop the arm bones forward for modification. Or if you want a little deeper stretch, extend it all the way up. Inhale. As you exhale, open the right arm back, the left arm forward, and reach. Keep that right hip forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, open, left arm back, right arm forward. Keep expanding as you reach to the opposite sides of the room, or if you're outside practicing, to the opposite ends of the world. Inhale, come back to center. This time, draw the prayer to the heart, embracing that intention of your practice today. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, twist to your right and deepen into that spinal rotation as you open and lengthen and strengthen here. Inhale, come back into your center. Exhale, take it to the other side. Press, open. Be conscious that your knees are symmetrical and you're not kicking one hip back with your twist. So from feet to pelvis is stable and everything above the pelvis is spiraling upward for you. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, slowly release all the way down. Give yourself a moment just to honor your body, your breath, and all this energy, all this flow. You can think about we're filling our wellspring with new positive energy. We're releasing old negative habits, thoughts, and energy from the body. A great way to clear our channels. Bring your hands to your hips. Pull your elbows toward the sky and root down and rise all the way up. Okay, we're going to remove the block. Come back into your Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, open. Exhale, deepen, prayer. Come into that prayer twist. When you're ready, look down, step your left foot back behind you, coming into the lunge. On your next inhale, you're going to maintain the lunge, but you're going to come up and stretch your right arm back and your left arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes to the inside of the foot, right arm goes toward the sky. Maintaining that twisted lunge. Inhale, sweep your right arm forward, come all the way up into high lunge. Exhale, release, step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, root down, rise up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Take a moment to pause, soften, and feel. Riding the ocean waves of your breath, feeling that flow. Maybe you've got a little glisten going. Moving to the other side. Inhale, rise, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, open the left arm back, right arm forward. Exhale, palms together, deepening now into that prayer twist. Cast your gaze, step your right foot back, coming into that twisted lunge here, deepening at your pace. We're going to stay in the lunge. You're just going to spread your angel wings, open yourself up, coming up, expanding through the right and left fingertips. Release your right hand inside the left foot. Right arm goes toward the sky. Stay focused. Sweep the left arm forward. Come all the way up into your high lunge. Hold. This time, we're going to bring the hands down. Bend this left knee, and you're going to just bring the right knee behind the left leg and come all the way down into seated. So we're coming into Arta Matsiyandrasana. Interlace your fingers around your shin bone and then lift up. I want you to make sure you're lifting out of your lower back. Because if you're dumping into your lower back, And then you try to twist. This is not going to make your vertebra very happy. So maybe there's a blanket you can use to sit up on, or you can sit up on a block, and that will help you get this lumbar curve into your back body. So please do what you need to do to keep your spine and your body healthy through these twists. On your next inhale, stretch your right arm up. As you exhale, you can bring the elbow to the knee or the tricep to the top of the thigh. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, open. Left hand behind you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. There is another variation that you could take the bind. It's a little deeper. If you want to bring your right hand to the foot, keep this left buttock down. So make sure you're not rocking off that sits bone. Slowly, slowly inhale. And as you exhale, try to find a little more twist. On your next inhale, unwrap. Give yourself a nice little counter twist to the other side. And then we'll switch it out. So we're just going to bring the left heel toward the right outer hip and thigh. And we'll bring the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. And if you're having trouble getting both sits bones down with the knees bent, you can always stretch the bottom leg out. And that will help you create a little more stability through the foundation of your seat. Inhale, the left arm reaches. As you exhale, you can hook at the knee or bring the back of the arm to the thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, open up. Release the right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. If you want to take it a little deeper, you can bring that hand to the foot. Be conscious that you're still rooted into your right sits bone. One more breath. On your next inhale, return back through to center. Exhale, release. We're going to come into Badakanasana, cobbler's pose. Bring your feet together and just give your thighs a little flutter here. So that was a very tight, compacted type of twist. So this may feel really good through your inner groins and inner adductor muscles. Stay lifting out of your lower back. So again, if you have tightness and your knees are up above your ilium bones, your arches here, I'm going to encourage you to sit up on a blanket or a block, because that way your hips will release. That way you'll be able to drop your legs even lower, because it's going to give you space without dumping into your lower back. So try it. If you're like this, your hips will never open because they're just pulled tight. But if you can make that height under your sits bones to help your pelvis tip forward a little bit, that's going to give you that space in your lumbar spine. Okay, from here, we're going to stretch our right leg out. Flex your toes back towards your shin. The left heel comes toward the inner left thigh, or if that's too much, you can bring it to the inner right thigh. Find your sits bones, press down, lift through your spine. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, take your left hand down and just give yourself a nice side body stretch here. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. Exhale, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. And just go to your pace. Be conscious that whatever, if you're in the plane of the body, we're moving our upper body to the right. So make sure you're grounding strongly through that left sits bone. Inhale, come back through to center. As you exhale, twist toward the extended leg, your right leg. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. See if you can maintain the twist. Slowly start to use your hip hinge, not your waist bend. So keep your ribs moving away from your belly. Keep lifting up and out of your lower back, and keep leading with your heart center. You can bring your left hand to the outer shin, ankle, or foot. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, soften. Janu Shirshasana pose. Janu means knee, Shirsha means head. So just find whatever variation of Janu Shirshasana is working for you and slowly move into that. Always go back to the foundation, finding those two sits bones to anchor like roots into the earth. On your next inhale, rise back up through to center, draw the palms together, and exhale, bring it into the heart space. Close your eyes, take a moment, stepping back into that flow of all that juicy energy you're creating in your practice today. You may feel a little churning and burning happening deep within the core of your body. Embracing that ocean of consciousness. Then slowly release, stretch your left leg out, bring your right heel in. Take a moment to root down and ground through your sits bones, lift through your spine, and then inhale, stretch up. As you exhale, right hand moves down and expand into lateral flexion through that left side. Keep that left leg active, so pull that heel into the earth and draw those toes back towards your shins so it's active energy. Inhale, root rise back up. Exhale, left hand down deep and into that crescent shape, expanding out now through that right side body. Inhale, rise. As you exhale, rotate toward that left leg. As you exhale, release the hands. Inhale, lift your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Slowly from here, start to hinge forward, maintaining the twist. You can take your right hand to the outside of the calf, ankle, or foot, and use this left hand like a little outside rigger to help you deepen into that stretch. You may find where one side feels more open, the other side might feel a little more restricted. So I'm feeling a little more restricted here, back through my lats, my little QL area back there around the ribs. I'm feeling, it's a little tighter here. It's not as easy. So just little by little, I step into the flow, I feel it, and then I just move with it little by little as I feel it letting go. Not forcing, just softening and feeling. Then eventually you may be able to deepen into the full expression over time. One more breath here. On your next inhale, bring yourself back through to center. As you exhale, draw the palms to the heart. Take a moment to feel Hopefully you feel balanced and you feel this deep spiraling energy moving from deep within the core of the body up through your spine. So as we work with this spring flow detox, a lot goes on here, especially when you're working deep within the organs and glands of the body. So when you get that time to rest and go inward, you can start to taste and feel little nuances of peace. Just how peaceful it is when you're out in the water on a float, feeling the wind and the sun dancing upon you and on the water around you. It's just this moment of, peace. Okay, from here, we'll bring both feet forward toward the front of your mat, coming into Dandasana, staff pose. Inhale, stretch up, lengthen. As you exhale, now round. Hollow out your belly and slowly, slowly, slowly start to roll down, one vertebra at a time. Once you come all the way down, after you release your head, stretch your arms toward the sky, and then stretch your thumbs behind you. Come into a nice full body stretch here. On your next inhale, bring your right knee in towards your chest, and I want you to interlace your fingers around your shin bone and draw that thigh in toward the ribs. And feel that pressure, that pushing in, as if you're pulling into that ascending colon, creating a little bit of stimulation and squeeze in. From the back of the head is rooted. Keep extending through your tailbone and all the way out through that left leg. Take one more breath here. Take your right arm to the side as an anchor, root down, take your left hand to the outside of that right thigh and knee, gently roll toward the left hip, release the right foot down, and you can use your hand to help deepen the stretch. Now turn the heart, the neck and the head, and lengthen out through that whole right shoulder, arm, and fingertips. Breathe deeply into that side body. If you feel you want a little more and you can keep your right shoulder onto the ground, you can stretch that right arm up toward the sky. Overhead. Stretch your fingertips behind you, still rooted into the earth. Now from your right hip, push out through your right knee and see if you can create a little more space between the top of your hip bone and the lower rib bone. Bring your hand back out if you extended it overhead. Inhale, bring it back through to center. Exhale, give that thigh a squeeze back in. And then slowly release it. Take a moment to just surrender, relax your body. Step into that flow, envisioning that now you are on that float in the water. You're feeling the rocking and flowing of the water. And go inward, feeling and finding that place of peace and serenity, and rest there, even if it only lasts a moment. With practice, moments will turn into minutes. On your next inhale, draw your left knee in. Pull your right toes so that you're flexing the foot and anchoring through your right heel now. That's your anchor line out. So that leg should feel active, not just passive. And then squeeze that left thigh in, deepening into that descending colon. Hug, 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 squeeze. Breathe. Anchor your left arm out to the side. Take your right hand across the outer thigh. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to deepen as you bring the left hip across on top of the right hip. And then revolve the heart, the neck, the head, and deepen into that left shoulder and stretch that energy all the way out through the fingertips. And then bring awareness to your left hip. Inhale, as you exhale, feel the left hip as if it extends through the left knee, making a little more space between the bottom rib and the top of the hip bone so it's not pulled up and you feel more shortened. Try to find more length here. On your next inhale, slowly come back through to center. Give that thigh a squeeze back inward. And then slowly release. Allow your body to surrender. Let's take one more full body stretch. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Toes face toward the sky. And as you exhale, lengthen into that nice full body stretch. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it all out. One more. Inhale. Open. Inhale, bring your arms up toward the sky. As you exhale, open the arms out about halfway between the hips and the shoulders. Relax your legs. You can even pick up the right leg, shake it, and then let it go and let it just roll out naturally. Lifting your left leg, shake it, release it, and let it drop out naturally. If you feel you want to get your shoulders under you a little more, press into your elbows and work your shoulders more inward toward the center, and then re-extend so you really feel a good connection through the upper thoracic spine. You can give your head a gentle roll side to side. And then just let it rest naturally where it wants to rest. As you take a moment to scan your body, observing any aspect of yourself where you might be holding tension, bring that awareness there. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, releasing and visualizing it releasing and dissipating into the atmosphere, just letting go, surrender. Swallow, release any tension through the back of your throat. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. And finally, relaxing your brain. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Begin to reconnect to the periphery of your body, bringing gentle movements to your fingers, your toes. When you're ready, bend your knees, bring one arm overhead, roll to one side, and rest there for a few breaths. Taking a moment to revisit your intention of your practice today. Honoring that intention. And when you're ready, slowly begin to root down, rise back up, coming back up into a comfortable seated posture. Once you come upright, find your sits bones, find length through your spine, openness in your heart. And take a moment to feel the effects of your practice today. On your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Join your palms together to seal the energy of this spring flow detox. And as you exhale, bring it into the heart space. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Know that every day is different, but when we step into that flow and we learn how to navigate that energy, whether it's a rough road we're trying or the waves are 10 foot high and we're trying to come up for air because we keep getting knocked down, whatever the situation is, just step into it, embrace it. And then eventually, when you find the calm in the storm, the peace will come. Thank you for flowing with me today. Now may you go, glow, and grow from my heart to yours. Namaste.